we're going to try to create a virtual drama department. So, if we need to start thinking about, first of all, the place that we would like to go to. So what in previous conferences, the question has arisen, you know, what is it that we can do? What can NATD do? What can we as colleagues do for one another in isolation largely? You know, most of us work in departments where we're a single person. And if we're not, there may be only one other person, or maybe, you know, we need to be the strong one within a team. So how do we provide support for one another? So what we're going to try and do is think about, how do we create an online staff room? How do we create a place for our NATD department that will work and run parallel to the material classroom, the material staff room that we'll have in our workplaces. So I'm going to ask you to start, when you go into your rooms, thinking about the things that are in the place in which you work, your staff room, not your teaching space, although I'm aware that for some people that'll be the same place, but your staff room, your department room. What are the things that are in there? And I'm just going to give you one example. So a box of tissues. So a box of tissues, it seems to me, is an essential part of any any staff room, sadly, and not just for blowing noses. So what, and then just thinking about what that might be, and I've only done a little bit of thinking, but possibly a WhatsApp group chat might be an immediate place that you can go to that would be the alternative to the box of tissues that you might need. Now, I guess it depends. I guess it depends on how big that group chat is, because I guess, yeah, if there are 150 or 200 people in that group chat, and you bare your soul in that place, it'd be a bit like weeping in front of a whole school assembly, wouldn't it? But anyway, what are the mechanics of, what is this going to look like? How are we going to create the virtual staff room? And the conversation starts with, what are the things that are in that room? And I've had this conversation with the chairs of the room, so if it's not clear from what I've just said, I'm hoping that the chairs will be able to interpret what it is that I've just said. So again, we're a little bit behind time. So Liam, I guess, is a 10 minutes in the breakout room. Okay, so we're now going to go back into the same breakout rooms, Liam. And I'll see you again on the other side in about 10 minutes time. Okay, so again, 1 minute. So let's go in a different order this time. Let's start with Sorrel. How's about you for, yeah, the staff room, the virtual staff room?
Right. Okay. Right. So we started with all our objects, and in our offices we have a lot of things that kind of make us feel good. So we've got coffee, really nice coffee. That was me. Sorry. This snack drawer, chocolate, you know, snacks and food. Seemed very important. A calendar, so that we could see where we were going. You know, really sort of a visual reminder of where we were at and what lay ahead. And we sort of said that there's also that danger, isn't there, that you're wishing your life away and you're counting down how many weeks until Christmas. I mean, you should be maybe living in the moment and savouring do that, don't you? How many sleeps until the weekend? Oh, it's all right, over Wednesday, you know. We had inspirational quotes, posters of past productions, photographs, family photographs, photographs of productions of students, thank you cards from students, which we felt were really, really important. We all kind of went, oh yeah, when somebody said that, that was a real sort of thing that was very important. And we decided that, we kind of said, well, why do we have these things? There was a sense of knowing where we are from the calendar, so that visual reminder. There were things to help us to cope, but also things to make us make time for ourselves, to take a breather, to think, to just kind of recharge, and reminders of good things that we'd done and of achievements that we'd had, and of why doing our job is so worthwhile. So actually it was quite a sort of positive, affirmative place. our staff room, which was nice. We like that.
Lovely.
And in terms of translating that into NATD, there was a couple of really lovely things. I am going to say them. Sorry. Rebecca had a lovely idea about a kind of a photo book, a sort of storybook where you posted pictures of successes, and so people could look at that. And also, we talked as well about the idea of Secret Santa, that you randomly, if you allocated someone, and you have to get to know them and know who they are. And then in her school, they bought presents for each other. We could do that. That would be nice. So it's just how you make connections with people, I think, really.
Connections, lovely. Thank you, Sorrel. Let's go to Katie Lindsay. I disappeared out of the room for some reason. So anyway, yes, welcome back, Katie.
Thank you. In our staff rooms, we've got hand sanitizer, we've got wipes for cleaning up all the mess. But Denise is very lucky; she's got George Foreman's grill in her staff room, which I quite fancy, and tea and things that are reassuring. But we spent most of the time really talking about kind of how it's sort of people and faces and face-to-face conversations, and that can be something that's really, really supportive. What we would be looking for in an online virtual staff room is opportunities to have face-to-face video talks. We kind of discussed a bit how being able to talk live in small groups, sound off ideas, group plan, that can be really, really effective. And although it can be, we often kind of write emails, post rants in WhatsApp chats and keyboard warrior away, that actually you often need kind of face-to-face human contact to kind of to see how someone is, to kind of communicate more effectively, and to feel like you're heard.
Did you have a sense there?
Ideas.
Did you have a sense there that was one-to-one or in small groups, or?
I think small groups was quite effective. We thought kind of like the group 5 to 6, that worked quite well. Everyone gets a chance to talk, and the biggest thing is being able to listen to other professionals, brainstorm ideas together in a small group, not too big a group.
Yeah.
And kind of have sort of a bit of validation for ideas that you're trying out, things you're trying to get through your ALT or SLT, and that kind of sort of human support is really, really useful. So it's the chat that makes it like the live chat.
Thank you, Katie. And Katie Trafford, with or without children this time. Katie, we can't hear you. Now we can. Right.
We talked about kettle and biscuits, a safe place, a whiteboard, computer access, paracetamol, microwave, a water source to just kind of nourish your own well-being. How this would translate, we debated the idea of a Google Drive to share resources. Should that be sort of filtered or checked, or should it just be a place for people to share maybe some kind of thought of the day, just to keep people going, little sound bites like Liam's Cecily quote, and things like that, really, and some feedback, some way of communicating to give some feedback about work in progress, and what it was like, what worked, what you do differently next time, successes.
Lovely. Thank you, Katie. Right. Okay, there's a lot of ideas there, Liam. You're going to have to lead us in making all of these things, or at least, making all of these things happen. So that'll be over to you, Liam. We've run out of time. I'm just going to end by urging those of you who are not yet to become members of the association. It's an association that is just all about its members and what its members contribute. And we've got an AGM coming up very soon, probably next month. Liam, just kind of nodding, and that'll be an opportunity for us for all members to shape where the association goes, and to begin to decide on where it is that we go next, because we are at a moment of change. We are at a moment of opportunity. We're at a moment where things could be very, very different. So just go to the website to join, and watch this space for notice of the AGM. And it just remains for me really to thank everybody who's contributed. Thank you for coming today. Thank you to all of the chairs, to Sorrel and Katie and to Liam for opening this all up. So thank you very much indeed. Good luck. Good luck. I'm back to school next week. I guess everybody else is too, if you aren't already there. So take care, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.